mean, you know, where do you find a state planning attorney that has like a creative mind and a weird sense of humor? But I felt at home with all my other EPN people. You guys are creative, so thank you for allowing me to be in your group. Don't let me get emotional. So, Stephanie, I'm gonna say a few things about you. All right, don't cry. She is a professional singer. Did you all know that? Everyone know that? Yeah. She's a professional singer turned network strategist and facilitator. She has facilitated hundreds of in-person and virtual networking meetings over the last decade. So she helps creatives, you know, like me. She helps creatives, coaches, marketing, and sales professionals build win-win networking collaborations that lead to consistent client referrals and revenue. Basically, she gets you money and she tells you how to get it done. Right? I love it. So join me in welcoming Miss Stephanie to the stage.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Give Michelle a round of applause. Thank you all for being here tonight. Are we good? Okay. Okay, as good as we're going to get for the moment. While you're working on it, I appreciate you being here. We're in person. This is a networking event in person. I know what it takes, energetically, emotionally even, definitely physically, to get on the road this time of day, to get here, to be in person. So thank you, thank you. We have people that came from Virginia. Who are my Virginia people? We have people from Pennsylvania. We have people from Delaware. Who's my Delaware? Elizabeth. And Maryland. But let me say, all over Maryland, including the shore, like, you know, far over there. I want to tell you a little bit about why we're here and how we came to be here. So about 21 years ago, I married my husband, who's backstage. And I moved to Maryland. I was a singer in New York City, singing in operas, cabaret, musicals. And my original business was a singing teacher. So I had a studio in my house. I was teaching kids and adults how to sing and audition for shows and use their voice powerfully and have fun. And I was singing too. And then I have to give out a shout out to my friend Liz Cordy. Liz, where are you? Oh, Liz, right here in the front row. Liz took me to my first business networking event ever. eWomen Network. I loved it so much that within 2 years I became the managing director of the chapter. And I started running the meetings. I ran the Montgomery County, Maryland chapter for 3 years. We had about 100 members. We did all of our events at the Lakewood Country Club here in North Potomac. Yes, it was fun. And how many of you were with me when I was managing director? Definitely Colleen and Liz, a couple of hands. Oh yeah, Peg for sure. So you know the story. And about, it was in 2019, I had a VIP day with my coach, Heather Dominic, in New York City. And we were having a conversation about what I really wanted to do. And I was feeling like, yeah, the voice singing business was fun, but I wasn't feeling it as much as I used to. And I actually started to transition away from singers into helping speakers with their voice, helping speakers feel confident in front of the room, be able to really connect with people, have a clear message when they showed up at networking events. And so we decided, you know what would be really cool is if I created my own networking group. So in 2019, we came up with a plan. I wanted to be the leader of a group of creatives like me. So I'm a singer turned coach, and I know a lot of really creative people that want to start businesses of all kinds, whether it has anything to do with singing, dancing, acting, writing, you know, making art. But we just have that pull to create something, to create a solution to a problem. And when I launched it as a virtual group on purpose because I wanted to not limit myself just to my local area. I wanted to open the doors to all the people I was connected to, and I was connected to a lot of people all over North America, Canada, and even across the pond. And so we launched it in January of 2020. Yeah, let that sink in. So in March, of course, we all had to go virtual, at least for a while, and we still do. Now we're sort of in this hybrid environment where we're in person and we're virtual. And I haven't looked back. I've just been growing it. We've got members in 20 US states, Canada, and across the pond. Yeah, thank you. And over the last 5 years, I have started to codify. What is it that makes us different, or what is it that I want to share with the world? What's the message I want to give small business owners who know networking is important, but sometimes you struggle with how to make networking work for you? And there's all kinds of reasons that happens. So how many of you have ever gone to networking events and somebody immediately thinks that you're their client and they pitch you? Raise your hand. Okay, we've all been there. Okay, so how many of you have gone to networking events and you love to meet people and you make really great friends, and then you go again and you meet the same wonderful people or different people even, and you make great friends, and then you go again to another event and it's not turning into clients for your business? Have you ever been there? Okay, great. And then how many of you are the givers? Like, you show up in a room and you're like, how can I help you? 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 And you don't really feel like you're getting the help back? Has that ever happened? Yeah? I see some hands. Okay, I know there's a lot of givers in this room. I know, because you've given to me. And hopefully I can give back to you too. So the solution that I've created has now been put in a book. And today is our launch day on Amazon. So of course I'm going to ask you to spend 99 cents for your dinner to buy this book on Amazon, please, so we can make a difference. And I didn't do this alone, by the way. This book has my empowered partners in it. So in the empowered partner concept is my version of a networking partner that works with you collaboratively to increase your visibility in the marketplace so that you can find more clients, but not in a weird, pressurized way. So if you've ever been, in some groups, I know they count referrals given and received, and that's totally fine. But sometimes it doesn't work for those of us who are the creative, heart-centered types. The counting referrals things feels very transactional. So I wanted to find a way to feel more organic in the process of working with people in networking spaces. So I came up with this concept of empowered partners. And this kind of came about because my original business as a singing teacher, when I moved to Maryland 21 years ago, and I had my singing business, I actually organically found another singing teacher to go into business with. Her name is Jenny McGinnis. And she was a singer just like me. We were in a show together. When I first came to Maryland, we were into the woods together. She was Rapunzel, and I was Cinderella. And we got along, and suddenly the theater company we were with said, hey, we've got all these kids that need to learn how to sing. Would you guys be willing to do a workshop? And we were like, that sounds like fun. So we did a workshop together, which then led to another workshop together, which then led to a recital together, which then led to, hey, why don't we combine our studios for our recitals with the parents? And why don't we actually market together and do things together and support each other, because we're not competition, we're collaborators. And so if I can take another singing teacher just like me, who has the same clients as me, and really work with her to collaborate to build our businesses together, any business can do that. And so an empowered partner is looking for those complementary business owners to them who have similar services, maybe sometimes even the same service, but you're willing to work together in very specific ways to get bigger, to grow your business, to get more outreach out into the world. So that's what we're going to do tonight. You've got your workbooks, yes? Yeah. All right, so we're going to turn to page 2. So the first thing we want to be clear on is, who is our ideal client? Who is our ideal client? I got a couple prompts here for you, and this is ideal client. So I work with, describe your ideal client, who struggles with the pain that they have, and who really wants, this is the vision you help create with them. This is a prompt that I share with everybody who comes to visit our online networking events. It's just a quick way to turn what you do into a sentence. So take a minute and just fill that out for yourself. Who do you work with? What do they struggle with? And what do they really want? I'm going to move to the next slide. We're going to define an ideal empowered partner, okay? And this is just a fill in the blank, right? Nice and easy. An empowered partner to you has a similar ideal client to you. That's why you have to define your ideal client first. They have a complementary service your client desires. They want to be your cheerleader in the marketplace. You gotta like them. I like you, Katie.
I like you too.
And the key here is that you empower each other to easily take action. How many times have you found a great referral partner at an event and you have lots of ideas, you have some great conversations, maybe even take one or two little actions, but it never really goes further than that? It's like, oh, you share some posts for each other maybe, or I don't know, maybe they even invite you to their podcast. But then it kind of just dies. So how do you empower your ideal person to take action on your behalf? They have their own business, just like you do. So if you don't make it easy for them, they don't have time to figure out how to market you and themselves. You have to make it easy for them. All right, next slide. Describe your ideal empowered partners. So I have given you all a top 5. Did you all get your top 5 list? Okay. These were my intuitive guesses on your ideal empowered partners. Okay? And I gave you 5 because I don't want to overwhelm you. But we're going to describe our ideal empowered partners so that when you're connecting with your top 5 people tonight, you can kind of double check it. You could at least share it with each other. All right? So here's some prompts. Complementary products or services that your client also purchases. Who knows the complementary products and services that their client also buys besides yours? Do you know that? Great. If you know it, write it down. If you don't know it, that's a good homework assignment. Ask your clients what they're buying. Next prompt. What are the titles and industries of those products and services that they are also buying? So if you're a website designer and you know that your clients also buy business coaching, then you would write business coach, right? Easy. Then the values and qualities you appreciate in a networking partner. So this is where we have to define, well, who do you want to cheer on? And who do you want to be cheered on by? Who are your people? That's really why we're here tonight, is I created a space where people who get each other and want to cheer each other on can gather. So what are some of those qualities in someone that you really feel excited about when you want to support them in some way? And then we'll put it all together. Next page or next slide. Your empowered partner's statement. I want to be connected to, share the industry title, such as business coach, or it could be high energy business coach. Who sells coaching, online courses, whatever, and who serves, describe your ideal client in a few words. The clearer you can get with this, the more easily you will connect in networking spaces with your ideal people. And I always recommend that when you go to a networking event, instead of offering up a clarity call or a conversation, Instead, you ask for an introduction to your ideal empowered partner, because that is worth way more than a potential client in the room, because your ideal empowered partner is connected to all kinds of your ideal clients, right? So you're leveraging your time at a networking event by saying, can you introduce me to someone like this? That can be a really, really great way to get someone to help you as well, because then they're clear how to help you. Because not everybody wants to hop on a 30-minute call with you right away. So let me just pause for a second. How many of you feel like you really understand who your ideal empowered partner is? Raise your hand. Let me just check the room. Few hands. Okay, now this is a process. I wish I could just snap my finger and you all have it perfect and you're ready to go, but it's actually not how it works. This is an ongoing process, as networking is. Networking is an ongoing learning process. You're always changing and tweaking things. You're changing and tweaking your message. You're changing and tweaking your offers. You're changing and tweaking all kinds of goals that you have for your business. So of course, you're gonna ask for different things depending on where you are, which is why you have to combine an empowered partner with a strategy. That is another key to success for ongoing, continued, consistent referrals. So we have 5 strategies I talk about in this book. They are, you can write them down, cross-promotion. And actually, I was going to read the actual definition right from the book. Cross-promotion strategy, 2 or more empowered partners who agree to publicize each other's services is called cross-promotion strategy. A strong strategy includes a specific timeline of promotional activities with a specific goal. Another key piece there, not just random cross-promotion, strategic cross-promotion. Second strategy, speaking strategy. How many of you are speakers? Raise your hand. All kinds of speakers in the room. My best empowered partners are speakers who have complementary speaking topics to me, because we can sit down and share all the places we speak and come up with a million ways to get in front of bigger audiences. I highly recommend, if you're a speaker, that you use this strategy consistently. Find someone who's just got a really great talk that you love and that you can honestly say that you want more people to hear, and then sit down and come up with a plan. My best plan ever was when I found someone and we decided 2 referrals a month. We were going to send each other specific 2 referrals a month. And within 3 months, I booked, I think it was 17 speaking engagements. And there was only supposed to be 2 referrals. But what happened was it just kept snowballing. And it was like, oh, and there's this other one I know about too. So it can be a great one. But the official definition is obviously, speaking strategy is when 2 or more empowered partners send speaking referrals to each other over a defined period, which we did. We said 2 referrals a month, and we said 90 days. Let's test this for 90 days and see what happens. Third strategy, affiliate strategy. How many of you have an affiliate program for your business? I see some hands. How many of you have taken advantage of other people's affiliate programs to earn a little extra cash? Fantastic. That's a great strategy in certain cases. Not every industry allows you to do that. But if you are in one that allows you to, it's a great one. So it's when empowered partners give each other a commission for each sale they help generate for each other. A powerful affiliate relationship feels equitable and is made easier by providing strong marketing assets such as copy, graphics, and links. Again, we're empowering each other to market our business so that it's not difficult. Next strategy, joint venture strategy. The biggest difference between joint venture and affiliate and all the other strategies is that joint venture is a little more, I don't want to say advanced, but it's a little more effortful because you're also all putting into the effort together. You're all investing together. So the best joint ventures are, for example, I've done live events with multiple people where we all split the cost of the hotel and the venue and the food. And then we had a program, and then we all reaped the benefits equally, right? That's a joint venture. The official definition, they both result from promoting someone else's service and may include a commission or share of revenue. The main difference is that joint ventures involve a deeper partnership that shares the resources, risks, and rewards of a project. And then finally, what I call creative collaborative. Creative collaborative is all the creative ideas that we haven't mentioned. Often it also includes other strategies within it, so it can be more complex. I actually have a mastermind that's going to be meeting in this hotel in May, and we are going to be creating a cross-promotion, a speaking, and a creative collaborative strategy together over the course of 2 days. And that is, what's key there too is that we are working together as a group, not just individuals. This book is a creative collaborative strategy. I have expert authors, 2 of them here in the room tonight, who I'm about to invite to come up to the stage here in just a minute, who helped me with this book because they are experts in their field and they spoke to one of the strategies in this book. And because of that, we're also turning this book into a workshop series. So it's not just a book, it's now a workshop series where you can learn about all the strategies in different ways, apply them to different marketing strategies in different ways. Thinking outside the box just a little bit. So along those lines, next slide, please, my hubby. Please buy the book if you haven't already. If you could take a moment, there's a QR code in your workbook. It's 99 cents today. For 99 cents, you get this book, a digital copy of this book. There is a way for you to win copies of the physical book tonight, which I am going to talk to you about. One of them, well, I'm going to talk to you about your networking assignment in just a little bit. Actually, I'm going to talk about it now, and then we're going to bring up Carlin and Jeannie. So your networking assignment tonight is to visit every single booth and say hi to every business owner at the booth. Once you do that, my table is in that far corner over there. There's a little gold box with little slips of paper that say name. You're going to write your name on there. You're going to drop it in the box. And I'm going to draw out and give away a bunch of books later tonight. Okay? So just make sure you say hi to everybody, and then I'll trust you. Okay? Sign your name, drop it in the box. All right? So that's one way you can get the book tonight. Also, if you buy the book tonight, I do have a little gift for every single person who does that. So during the gift giving portion of the evening, if you bought the digital book, there will be a moment where I'll be like, come get your gift. Okay? So please do that. The other networking assignment is your top 5. So your top 5, again, you want to find, caveat this top 5. There are a couple people who couldn't be here tonight, and I saw there were still a few name tags out in the hall. So it may be that some people didn't make it. Okay, if you can't find somebody, they might not be here, so you can double check with registration to see if they checked in. Ask somebody if they know the person. So use it as a networking exercise to find them in the room. If you really can't find them, you can email me tomorrow. Not today, but tomorrow. And I will make sure to do an email introduction. Okay? It was important enough that I thought you should know each other, that if they're not here for whatever reason, you can still meet them. All right? You still get that benefit. Just let me know. I'll make sure you get the introduction. Are we clear about the assignment for your networking? Yes. Okay, so with that, I want to bring up my 2 empowered partners. Let's start with Carlin and Crum. From Snap social media. So Carlin, tell me about your chapter in this book. What is your chapter all about?
So my chapter is about connecting to convert, and it's all about the power of cross-promotion on, specifically, because it's my jam, social media. Yeah.
Yeah.
So my chapter, I get really vulnerable with you all in the chapter because I talk about a failure. Yep, it happens to the best of us, right? And I talk about back circa 2017, right? Everyone was doing the webinar to the conversion. And what I realized, I was running thousands of dollars in ads, thousands. And people signed up, but guess what? No one came. Fun times. Until someone introduced me to one of their empowered partners who came and they bought. And that was the biggest light bulb moment ever for me. And I talk all about that in the chapter and how there's so much untapped potential of all of us sitting in our LinkedIn networks, sitting in our Instagram followers, sitting there waiting for you to reach out and be like, hey friend, it's been a while since we connected at that EBN in-person networking thing. What you doing now? You know what I'm doing? I'm doing this thing. How can I help you, help me, help your people too? And the biggest thing that we have to remember, and Stephanie hit right on this, is you have to be able to identify the similar audiences that you have. That is the first step. If you don't do that, everything else after that is kind of a waste of time. And that's coming from someone who spends her life on social media. It has to be with intention, it has to be with clarity, and you have to be willing to not just connect with them, but give them the tools to make it easy for them to take action. And in my chapter, I talk all about how to get your social media kit ready, how to get your email templates ready, so that you don't have to make it hard for your people to share about the thing that you want the world to know about. It's really easy to be like, hey, I'm doing this thing, can you share about it? And they're gonna be like, no, I'm busy just like you. But if you give them the tools to make it plug and play, it's gonna be really hard for them to say no. So that is my biggest thing for you all, is when you identify your empowered partners here in this room and you have it the next big thing, the next big promotion, make it easy for them. Give them the paragraph. Just even recently, we set up in the mastermind, right? I was like, I need to introduce Stephanie to somebody, and I went to our spreadsheet that had a paragraph on how to introduce Stephanie to the person. I did not have to second guess. I didn't have to make something up. I didn't have to go to ChatGPT, even though we do love a ChatGPT around these parts. It made it really easy. So offer that up to somebody who wants to, share your thing with the world. Oh, I can take care of that. Let me just send you a quick paragraph. They're gonna be like, oh my God. It's like the same way when you ask for a review, right? Mm-hmm. And they're like, oh, just write it for me. It's kind of that same thing. So make it easy, share it with the world, and go get those coins. Thank you.
Thank you, Carlin. All right, let's bring to the stage Jeannie Dougherty. Woo, woo, woo. Oh, you got it? Okay.
Yeah, I got it.
Tell us.
Okay, so my topic is how to get paid to play your empowered partnership. It's all about affiliate relationships. And if you were really hoping that it was really about how to get laid to play, that's a different book. My clients call me a money whisperer. I don't do a sex whisperer, sorry about that. But anyway, I'm a money whisperer, and I know exactly why your money's not flowing, and I can help you find where your money is hiding. That's what I do. But in this book, I talk to you about your affiliate relationships and why we make a lot of assumptions about money and the people we're talking to, and that we end up believing these fallacies, which are really the lies that you keep telling yourself in your head, and you end up screwing up your affiliate relationships. I've seen more go south when I'm like, oh no, you didn't say that. You didn't ask? You don't know what you're supposed to charge? What's happening? What is this person asking for? So one of the things that I wrote about is when people had what I call affiliate blessings in my chapter. So I talked about myself and about how I had somebody who was similar interests actually helped me get a 6-figure contract, and I had never done that in my life. I walked into the room and I made up my mind, I was gonna do this. I was gonna go talk to these people. No stone would be left unturned. I didn't care how embarrassed I looked or how silly or whatever. I was gonna go through this networking group and I was gonna do it. And I did. I got 3 amazing introductions, and it was that one that was magical, and I literally went up to this guy and I was like, can you help me? I'm, had an ask. And he goes, well, there's this thing, and it's kind of maybe this and kind of maybe that. And I said, I'd be happy to follow up. Hello, money. So I did, and I followed up, and it turned out within less than a month, I got a major federal contract, and I'd never done that before in my life. But my favorite one is when there was another woman that I worked with. It was her friend. and she had been working very, very hard in her business, and she had been somewhat successful, but she was at that place that she wanted the best kind of clients. She wanted ones that were wealthier, but they just had that great attitude. They were fun. They weren't worrywarts. They weren't anything like that. So what she ended up doing was that she was working furiously one day, and then she talked to a friend. Remember those days she picked up the phone where she talked to people, not just LinkedIn messages. And her friend was like, "I'm sick of you complaining. Go to your country club and go enjoy lunch. Do something, right?" And she's like, "Okay, I'll go." And so she went to the country club, and voila, she's sitting there by herself, and she sees a couple, and she's waves high, because that's what you do at the country club. You say hello. You don't sit there and act like you don't know people. You know people. Gotta know people. And suddenly, this couple sits down with her. They are very wealthy, and they were in town, and they were looking for an accountant just like her. She had a special skill set. They literally hired her for $1 million on the spot.
That's a good lunch.
It's the power of networking.
Because this is kind of what happens in these relationships, is that we have these amazing empowered partners. You might have something that you offer, an affiliate relationship, and then maybe we forget about them. We don't continue the relationship. We don't say like, "Hi Jessica, how are you today? What's new? What are you promoting? Tell me all about it." Or,
Don't get me started.
"I know Jessica, I know, we'll be here all night." But that's why I'm stepping away. But I mean, it's the same thing. Like when I reach out to people and I'm like, "Hi, I'm so-and-so, I would love to connect with you. Can you tell me a little bit about what you're doing? I know exactly, somebody who might be interested." And then of course, you might want to just ask, "Do you have an affiliate program?" Because I worked with a client who had all these silly ideas about their affiliate program, and I said, "That's it. Here's the challenge for the next month. Every business meeting you have, you are going to offer your affiliate program." They ended up making 30% more revenue. And they have a terrible sales skill. I know it's sales uprising. Terrible sales skills. And they just happened to mention, "Oh, by the way, I'm working with a money coach, and they told me I should mention my affiliate program." That's why they got sales. So it works. So that's what my chapter is about.
Thank you, Jeannie. Appreciate you. Next slide. So we have a workshop series. There are 12 workshops over 5 weeks in May and June. It's the whole series is only $97. They are going to be recorded, so if you can't come live to all of them, we can send you a recording. They include gifts, especially for you here tonight. So for the first 10 people who purchase the workshop series tonight, go sign your name up on my table, because the first 10 people to sign their name up on my table are going to get a gift bag full of goodies. And I was teasing my members the other day, because I was talking about how I keep buying stuff to put in the gift bag. I just love to give gifts. So if you would love to learn more about empowered partnerships, about these strategies, and about how they are being applied to all these different social media, speaking, we have a live event coach who's going to talk about live events for those of you who do live events. We have a joint venture partnership guru gentleman who's on this series. So all of those topics, if they are interesting to you, $97 for the whole thing. And we'll give you some extra special gifts tonight. So thank you for those of you who are going to join us. And I just want to make sure I'm not forgetting something. Oh yeah, you already got your networking assignment. What time is it? All right, 45 minutes. You're going to go network for 45 minutes. We're going to come back at the top of the hour at 8 o'clock for Drop the Mic. And then we're going to have another networking assignment to finalize, in case you couldn't find your people. Finalize your final networking actions, and then we're going to give away gifts and have a little dance party. All right, we clear? Awesome. See you at the top of the hour.